Hi guys, I hope you're having a fabulous day. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming at you with a little bit of a different video. I wanted to share some of the smell of the goods and some of the beauty products that I have picked up over the last month. Items that I have shared on Instagram, but I have not shared with you guys. So I wanted to do that today and give you a little bit more detail on them, just in case you're looking to add them to your collection. So I hope that you enjoy it. If you do, make sure and give it a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get started, shall we? I'm going to start off with the small leather goods first, and then we will get into the beauty. So I did pick up two other Louis Vuitton small leather goods that you guys have not seen. The first one is in this dust bag, and that is the Louis Vuitton Nice Beauty in the monogram canvas. So this is part of their beauty accessories, and they launched this in the epi leather as well as in the monogram canvas. In the epi leather, it's available in 3 different colors. You can either go for it in the pink, which is called Tender Bliss. They have a monogram rouge, which is this beautiful, it's almost like a berry red. It's a little bit darker. And then they have Rouge Louis, or maybe I'm getting the names wrong. I don't know. Don't quote me on them. But they have the Rouge Louis, if that's the name. It's a brighter red. But when I saw that they were also launching this item, I was like, oh my God, this is so, so cute. I thought about going for it in the epi, but to me, monogram is classic as well. But this guy it's pretty awesome. Now, I know that they have things on the Louis Vuitton website where it shows that you can fit 5 Louis Vuitton lipsticks in here, and you absolutely can. But I actually have been enjoying this as a catch-all. And I've also used it as a cosmetics case, but I wanted to incorporate a quick little reel to show you guys what this can fit. So I'm showing you guys a reel that I posted on my Instagram account. So I'll put it here. And I was really surprised by how much you can fit in this little guy, because when I first opened it up, I was like, oh my God, this thing is tiny, super tiny. Like, I know the measurements were on the website and I was like, okay, it's small, but you know, it's kind of like when you see something in real life and you hold it in your hand, you're like, oh, it's that small. So I didn't know just how much I can fit in here, but I was pleasantly surprised. But let me give you guys a little quick tour of it. So there is the front side, there is the side view, back. Other side view, there is the bottom. On the handle here, it says Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France. Now, this is a little bit different from what the actual product is a lot different from what I had originally seen on the website, because on the website, the tab for where it's made is actually on the inside, kind of like the other Nice items. But it's on the very top, and then you open it up because of the dual zippers, and then on the inside you just have the wipeable or the washable interior in the color beige, and that's all she wrote. So like I said, when you first see this, you're like, it's small. It kind of fits in the palm of your hand, not really. But yes, you can absolutely fit 5 lipsticks in here. Let me grab my lipsticks so I can show you guys very quickly. So there are the 5 lipsticks, and I'm still able to close this up, no problem. I've had people ask if you can fit your phone in here. It depends on your phone. If you have a slender flip phone, I think you'd be okay. But if you're talking like, this is the iPhone 16, this is one of the smaller phones. This guy, no, it's not going to fit in there. So like the Maxes or the iPhone 50, they're not going to fit in here. You know, so if you wanted to use it as a handbag, because of course, as I showed you guys, you can fit a flat card holder in here, and of course a few other bits and bobs. So if you wanted to use it as a little mini handbag, you could, maybe minus the phone. Maybe you have your phone in your back pocket, or again, if you have the smaller phones, you'd be able to fit it in here, no problem. But for the most part, I just feel like this would be a great catch-all. This would be a great cosmetics case, everything else but a handbag. That's just me, but that's honestly how I feel when it comes to the Nice pieces in general. I know that a lot of people use them as little mini handbags, but I just get really nervous about putting more stress on this part here. I know it's stitched up, but still, I just feel like, I don't know, over time it might end up popping off. Not that it necessarily would, but those are just the random things that go through my head, you know. But when I do see people carrying them as little bags, it's super cute. So, I mean, you could add D-rings on here. You could add a chain and make it your own, you know. There's no rules when it comes to fashion when it comes to anything, really. It's whatever makes your heart sing. So if you want to use this as a bag, absolutely go and do it. But I just love being able to use it as everything else. And I also wanted to do a quick side-by-side comparison just to give you guys a better idea of how small it is. Small, tiny but mighty. So I did bring out two other Nice pieces that I have. So here is the Nice Nano. So there they are, side by side. I mean, I love this guy. I absolutely love this Nice Nano, all right? But again, just to give you an idea, I know it's kind of throwing me off, actually, that the zippers are off to the side. And here, to really give you a better idea of it, there's that. And here is the Nice BB. Enormous. Absolutely enormous compared to that little guy. But again, just for the sake of showing you guys a size reference, but it's cute, tiny but mighty, fits a lot more than I anticipated. And I'm still super, I'm still kind of thinking about going for it in the epi leather because the colors are absolutely gorgeous. But this little guy is amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, so moving on to another small leather good. Here it is in the dust bag, and this one I recently got, the cosmetic purse, and this is in the silver mirror. Okay, this thing is so cute. And just like I just showed you guys with the Nice Beauty, I mean, the possibilities are endless in how you can incorporate these little pouches, these little things, right? But this is absolutely adorable. Adorable. It does come with a removable little wristlet, and the wristlet does have a little D-ring there. So you have the silver hardware, you have the mirrored finish on one side, and then you have the silver leather on the back. So this is coated canvas, and I was a little skeptical about the coated canvas because I was like, I don't know, how is it going to wear, especially with heavy use or when it comes to a small leather good, something that you interact with and you have to hold versus a handbag that you just put your items in. But any concerns that I have flew out the window when I opened up this item because I freaking love it. Absolutely love it. On the inside, you do have the gray microfiber. And this one says Louis Vuitton Paris, made in Italy. But here is the little microfiber, not microfiber. This feels more like, I don't know, but it has a little dust rag or a little thing that comes with it, so that way you can wipe off any of the fingerprints. Now, I have heard that when it comes to the original mirror collection, a lot of people said that it tends to fog, it tends to show wear marks very, very quickly, and that Louis Vuitton has since revamped it with the collection that they launched, what was it, last year or the year before that. So I'm really hopeful that this ends up wearing a lot better than most metallic, than most mirrored pieces normally do. I will definitely have to keep you guys posted. I will have to include a quick shot of some of the things that you can fit in here because, I mean, I anticipate using this as a catch-all inside of my handbags. I'd be able to fit lipsticks in here as well. I mean, I have the 5 lipsticks now, so let me just show you guys how, where's the other one? Oh, I'll show you the 5 lipsticks in here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm able to fit 5 lipsticks in there, maybe a couple more if I really wanted to. And I'm able to zip it up no problem, So I don't think this will fit a phone. I mean, again, if you have a really small flip phone, you could definitely get away with using this as a little handbag, but again, the size difference between the two, like, there's no way. I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited. But this little nugget, I was like, oh, it looks like a little silver nugget. And usually, I'm not the craziest about silver. I can appreciate silver, but for the most part, gold is what really, I'm a leprechaun. But the silver, I was like, oh man, I love it. I absolutely love it. But I can see like my fingerprints on here now. And of course, you just take this to it. So I feel like if you are the type of person that doesn't want to see any type of fingerprints, this might not be the collection for you. And to give you guys a better size reference on this as well, I brought out my other 2 cosmetic cases. I have it in the PM and I also have it in the GM. So here they are side by side. So the cosmetic pouch PM. There we go. And of course, the GM. This is massive compared to that little guy. But I still think it is super, super cute. I love it. I love it. Did any of you guys snag any of the ski collection pieces? Let me know in the comment section down below. And I also wanted to compare it to the lipstick pouch just to give you guys even more information just in case. But I love it. I love this little pouch. I think it's great. I'm really glad that it came with this leather strap to use it either as a wristlet, or even if you wanted to use it as a little bag charm and attach it to your bag that way. I just feel like this guy gives it a little bit more play, even though it does have an attached D-ring there, which I think is great because you can always add a chain to it anyways if it didn't come with this. But still, this to me is what really gives it the edge in how I can incorporate it into my collection and into my lifestyle. So absolutely loving this little guy. Oh, and before I forget, last time when I did my favorites video, I had some of you guys ask how I use, if I can show you guys how I use the Louis Vuitton lipstick pouch. So I'm going to include a really quick reel that I did on Instagram just to give you guys some ideas on how you can incorporate this little guy, because this one also is super, super small. It caught me by surprise how small it was, but I am so impressed with how much it can fit and how often I've been using it. It's absolutely ridiculous. So hopefully you guys find that reel helpful. Now let's get into the beauty products. The first one is from Prada, which is this guy right here. It is their revitalizing hand cream. Now, I bought this because I am a sucker for some of the luxury lotions, the hand lotions, but I had heard such wonderful things about this formula. Plus, I was really intrigued about the shape and the color because I don't really have anything green in my collection. So I went ahead and snagged it. Now, I do find that it is very, very moisturizing. The formula itself, it doesn't seem like it's as thick as the Dior one. It's not runny either. It's not runny either, but it really, I mean, you can really feel the moisture, and it makes your hands feel like kind of silky. It doesn't have like this gnarly residue or anything like that. The one thing that I despise about this lotion is the smell. Now, I had heard people say, oh my God, it smells incredible. And I know that that is subjective, but the smell on this, it just reeks, excuse me, it just reeks of baby powder, and I cannot stand the smell of baby powder. It gives me a headache. It makes me feel nauseous. I don't like it. It feels like someone took a bottle of baby powder and just kind of went like that in the room. And you know how it like just gets in your nose and that's all you can smell? That's what this smells like. If it smelled like anything else, or if it was just odorless, I think it would have been a 10 out of 10. But the smell for me is god awful. Like I cannot get past it, which sucks because the formula itself is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm really happy that I didn't pay full price for this because I did buy it. I did buy it at Macy's, and they had like a 15% off. You guys do not sleep on Macy's. Macy's has a lot of luxury makeup that they always have like 15% off. So that's where I got it. So I'm really happy that I didn't pay a full price for it because I cannot do it. I have tried it multiple times. I'm like, you know what? Just tough through it. It'll be okay. And every time I'm like, it's way, way too much. So that is not it for me. That is not it. Okay, so now let's move on to Dior. I feel like I want to wash my hands because I can't with the smell. It's just, and I'm not trying to be dramatic either. It is just that like intense. That's the intensity that it has. It's way too much. Anyway, so Dior. In my opinion, I feel like Dior does makeup the best when it comes to luxury makeup. In all categories, I feel like they excel. Not only that, their packaging is always a 10 out of 10. So when I saw that they were launching their holiday collection, I had to snag something because of this year's pouch. This year's pouch absolutely stole my heart. Look at this bad boy. It's ridiculously shiny. It has glitter all the way throughout. I'm not doing it justice because of these lights, but in the sun, I mean, it just sparkles like crazy. So you have the C and the D on the front, and then you have the two little star zipper pulls there. Super, super cute. So they have, this pouch comes with a few different sets. You can either go for it with a mascara duo, you can go for it with lotions, you can go for it with serums and whatnot. So for me, I went for it with the mascara duo. But I was like, I need to buy something. I need to buy something because I need this pouch. Like, this holiday collection saw me coming a mile away, because Dior's packaging, like I said before, it's always incredible. It always gets me. It always gets me. And sometimes I will just, you know, I'll go for a product just because I want to get some of the packaging. How crazy is that? Do you guys do the same thing? Let me know in the comment section down below. So the pouch was awesome. I know that some people do use these as handbags. I had someone ask if I'm going to use this as a handbag. No, I do not see myself using this as a handbag by any means whatsoever. I'm just going to use it as a little travel pouch because I think that it is perfect. But let me show you guys the interior. Let me take out some of the stuff. It's just an open little compartment, and you have a little handle here, which I think is adorable. Absolutely adorable. And I mean, come on, a free pouch. I can never say no to a free pouch, especially when it's this sparkly. So let me know, did any of you guys get any of the holiday packaging, or any of the not the holiday packaging, did any of you guys get any of the holiday products from Dior? Let me know in the comment section down below. And I will put links to everything in the description box below. And if I can find sales for these items, I will also add those in the description box below, because again, if you can save any type of money on any type of goodies, why not, right? Why the hell not? I also picked up some of their limited edition holiday pieces. The first one is the Dior Forever, the Glow Luminizer, and this is an 001 Dior star. But again, look at the packaging. The packaging, oh my God, it's beautiful. Gold and white with a little bit of stars in there. I mean, come on. This is amazing. I love their illuminators. I think I probably have, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6. I think that they are incredible. But of course you have the mirror there, and then you have Dior. It has Dior kind of engraved on the mirror, but the actual illuminator itself is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this because it's not too frosted. It has more of like that glitter effect. I know you guys aren't going to be able to see it, but on my finger there, I like that it's not too heavy, you know? To me, it has a little bit of frost and it has more glitter. I know that some people prefer the opposite, but for me, I don't know, sometimes again, because of my wrinkles and stuff, the frost just attracts more attention to my wrinkles, whereas the glitter, I feel like helps me out a little bit more. I'm sure that there are beauty gurus out there that will disagree with me, but you know, that's just the way that I see it. But this is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So this was worth it to me. I also snagged some blush. This is the Dior Backstage, the Rosy Glow, and I picked it up in 850 Starry Mauve. But look at the packaging. You have the beautiful gold, and I went for the Starry Mauve. So again, you have a mirror there, but this color here usually works out the best with my skin tone. I think it's awesome, absolutely amazing. But it smells fantastic. It smells so, I love Dior's scents too when it comes to their makeup. I know some people don't like it, especially those of you guys that have very sensitive, sense of smell, but I love the way that it smells. It smells a little bit fruity. It has a little bit of berry to it. I don't know, but let me swatch it very quickly so you guys can see it. It has a little bit more of that rosy color. But with this, you only need a little bit. Like for me, I only put a little bit here and that's it. Because if I get too carried away, then I look like a clown, and no, nobody wants that. But I like it. Again, I think that this works the best with my skin tone. Because they have 2 other colors, and the other 2 colors, I think one's a very, very bright pink, and the pink, I just cannot do it justice because I have a lot more of that olive. I also have a little bit of yellow to my skin tone. Okay, moving on to this guy here. Okay, so this is really what sealed the deal for me when I saw their new limited edition pieces, or the new limited edition items, because I just about fell over my chair when I saw it. This is the Rouge Dior in the Couture Color Lipstick Floral Lip Care Long Wear. But this one is in 10 Crystal. So they recently came out with these, and this is part of their Sparkle collection. But look at the tube. Look at the tube. Gold. Gold, gold. Like I told you guys, I'm a leprechaun. But look at the beautiful, you have the beautiful silver at the top, but it's all gold everywhere else. Absolutely beautiful. All right. But are you guys ready for this lipstick? Oh my God. I saw it. I was like, oh, it's beautiful. Look at this. It is iridescent. I'm going to have to turn the camera around so you guys can really see it in the sun. You have the beautiful stars throughout, but it is iridescent, but it's a beautifully made iridescent, because sometimes when you have this much glitter on the outside of a product, of a lip product, you don't expect to see a lot of glitter on the actual product, right? You always have it on the exterior, but this is through and through. The way that you have it on the exterior is what you have throughout, and it is incredible. The glitter on here, it doesn't feel gritty. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. It just glides onto your lips. So if you wanted to use this as a top coat on your favorite lipstick, or if you just wanted to use it by itself and maybe add some gloss, either way, you cannot go wrong with this. Like, I think it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I actually bought 2 of them, and I gave one to my mom. My mom is really the reason why I love iridescent, why I love sparkly things so much. She loves it as well. And, you know, she's like, Minnie, I can't wear that stuff anymore. I'm a little bit older, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Mom, age is just a number. Like, I don't care if I'm 100. I don't care if I have bags. I don't care if I have wrinkles. I don't care if I look like a leather glove. If I like something, I am going to use it. You know what I mean? And age is just a number. You do not have to be a certain age. You don't have to look a certain way in order to pull this off. Absolutely not. So I was like, Mom, you need to wear it. She tried it on. It looked fantastic on her. She was wearing another lipstick, so she used it as a top coat. It looked incredible. But look at this. I know I'm not doing it justice, but when you guys see the side-by-side of it in the sun, oh man, it is awesome. Absolutely amazing. I feel like they nailed it when it came to this particular one, or any of the other sparkly ones that they have as well. But the sparkle one is the one that I was like, yeah, that one I can have a little bit more fun with and I can play around with as well. Okay, so that does it for the items that I bought. But another thing that I love about Dior is their free gifts. Their free gifts are fabulous, right? So I wanted to share those with you guys as well. I don't have any more. I don't think I do. If I have any more codes, I will also share those in the description box below. But with some of these purchases, I got, of course, you get the, you know, the fragrances, you get the samples. I also got the little J'adore l'eau. Oh man, this smells awesome. I'm gonna have to get the bigger bottle of it. This smells incredible. Ever since I smelled it on the solid that I showed you, that I shared with you guys on my favorites video, I have been obsessing over it, and I think it's high time I buy the actual bottle. But on some of the purchases, I also got the prestige items, which normally they don't include prestige with any of their free gifts, which I thought was pretty great. I got this pouch right here. I believe the code that I used for it was my cart. I could be wrong. I don't know. But you have Dior written in beautiful velvet, and look at this thing is pretty big. So I got this guy. And I've been able to fit a crazy amount of lip products in here. And I also got another one, so I have 2, which always makes me happy. You know how I feel about backups. You know how I feel about backups. So I think that these are beautiful. I got those. With the prestige items, I got this guy. So it's just like a little patent faux leather little case, and it says Dior. And then you open it up, and it's just an open little compartment. But I love this. I think that this is going to be perfect for me to use with my Louis Vuitton Alma GM in the Pomme d'Amour because it has a very similar color. But there is that. I got some travel mascara. I also got this guy right here, and check it out. Look at this. So you have a little small lipstick. The color is 720. And here it is. Usually I've noticed that with the little mini lipsticks, it's always the $9.99. But I saw this, I was like, oh, I love it. It's a little bit more of a, I don't know, it has a little bit of an orange undertone, which might not work out with my skin tone, but hopefully it's not the case. I didn't want to swatch it just yet, so there's that guy. All right, but they also sent me a mirror. I love it. I love how slender it is. You have Dior written there, and then it just opens up. I think these mirrors are incredible. Because I also got I got the Gucci Beauty. I have a gold Gucci Beauty one that I use all the time, but this is going to be perfect whenever I have my silver hardware pieces because I have a silver mirror now. So I thought that was pretty great. Now for the last item, for those of you that don't know, if you are ever interested in free products or free samples or whatnot, and this is not a sponsored video, by the way, if you're interested in any of that when it comes to Dior, definitely check out their rewards program on their website. If you go onto Dior.com and if you sign up for the rewards program, you can get some awesome free gifts. You can get free samples. I think it's incredible. You can get a welcome gift, and as you spend, you end up hitting different tiers, and with those tiers you get different gifts. And I mean, some of the tiers, some of the things that I've seen people unbox, I mean, they end up getting like not handbags, but like canvas bags. They've gotten fans, they've gotten candles. I mean, all sorts of stuff. And I feel like if you're going to be spending that amount of money on the product because you like the product, because you like their eye serum, because you like their lipsticks or what have you, if you're already going to be buying it, you know, why not be part of the rewards program, and then that way you can get some free stuff, you know? So I don't know, that's the way that I see it. Let me know if you guys feel the same way. But this last item, I got it because I hit gold status. I think they sent me this. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Well, you get 3 Dior brushes, and they say Dior on there, and it also came with this little case. How freaking cute is this? You see people selling these online all the time. You know, if you don't want to spend the money to get through the tiers, you can always go on like eBay and find them there. But look at this. This is so cute. You have Dior written down at the bottom, and it just opens up to fit your brushes in there. Or I don't know, I feel like you can use this for other things. I don't know, I'll find a way to figure out how I'm gonna incorporate this, because I'm not gonna use this for my brushes, definitely not. But it does have like the little cloth, and let me show you guys the brushes, because I'm like super interested in those, because I've had the same brushes for like 100 years and I need new ones. But this one is number 16, so soft. That is beautiful. All right, so there's that. I also have number 11. All right. Gorgeous. And number 21. There's that. So again, I think it's gold status. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it. But I'm like, if I'm already going to be buying the limited edition items, because sometimes some of the other websites don't have the limited edition, very rare. But when they don't have them, I'm like, I'm going to go on the Dior website and I'm just going to snag it. And if I can get some free stuff, why not? You know, these cute little pouches, I don't know. That's just the way that I see it. So these guys just go in here, and that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. You're able to close this up. So maybe if you want to use this for travel, maybe just for your brushes, that would be perfect, because I know sometimes some of my travel toiletries don't fit, you know, the bigger brushes. So in that case, this would be perfect. That does it for today's video. I know it was a little bit hodgepodge. I mean, I'm talking about the small leather goods, and I'm going into makeup and things that I don't like, or blah, blah, blah. But like I said, these are items that I have shared on Instagram and I have not shared with you guys, but I wanted to share them just in case you were also thinking about them, just in case you were thinking about adding them to your makeup collection or what have you. Whatever the case may be, I feel like the more information that's out there, the better. But yeah, so let me know if any of you guys snagged any of these pieces. If you snagged any of this makeup, let me know in the comment section down below. But I love you guys to the moon and back. If you enjoyed this video, or if you want me to do more of these videos in the future, let me know that as well. But I love you guys to the moon and back. If you enjoyed it, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you guys in my next one. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not, the choice is yours. Have a great day.